Week 13 is the week of games with playoff implications, and so many games have a team that is in the playoff hunt or two teams that are already in the playoff hunt battling for seeding or wild card spots and anything like that. This game between the Los Angeles Chargers and New England Patriots is barely a game with playoff implications. Los Angeles Chargers lost to the Baltimore Ravens this Sunday night, are now 4-7
Yeah,
on the
4-7.
season. Fourth worst team in the AFC, tied with the Titans and the Jets, and are only ahead of them because of some tiebreakers. The Chargers are above the Patriots, who are the worst team in the AFC. Arguably, then too. I know the Panthers are 1-10, and the Cardinals are 2-10, but the Patriots, I think, are the worst team in the league. I think there's still some admirable qualities about both of those teams, and now with the Panthers firing Frank Reich. Cardinals, I think, have always been really tough. Throughout the season, especially too. The shout out to my Falcons who couldn't beat them. But the Patriots, though, I mean, you guys are dog crap.
Yeah, I mean the Patriots. I don't even know where to really start when breaking down the Patriots because there's so many issues. They have a talent issue. Some of that, I mean, when you lose your two best defensive players in the same week in week 4. Yeah, your defense is gonna struggle. But honestly, defensively, numbers wise, they're still the 14th ranked pass defense, and there's the 7th best run defense in the NFL. And so, that's not horrible. And then you go to the offensive side of the ball, and the thing that's frustrating is the injuries haven't really been on this side of the ball. I know Kendrick Bourne got hurt and tore his ACL, and he's been out for the year. But other than that, that's pretty much been the only major injury. I know Trent Brown has been in and out of the lineup. Cole Strange got hurt in the first day of pads and training camp and was has been in and out of the lineup since then. But for the most part, this is the offense that they wanted to put out this year, and it is just absolutely abysmal. I think they're last or very close to it in just about every offensive category. The only saving grace for this offense is in the last 3 weeks or so is this run game has picked up for the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson and Ezekiel Elliott have been running the football pretty well. But outside of that, this offense does nothing well. They threw, I think, 12 screen passes against the Giants without Dexter Lawrence. They have no threat on the outside. They just extended Devontae Parker. They signed Juju Smith-Schuster. It's a mess in the Patriots organization right now, and I will not be surprised. I would be more surprised if Bill Belichick is the head coach next year than if he's not.
Would you be more surprised if Brandon Staley's still the head coach or Bill Belichick the head coach next year?
I would be surprised if both guys are head coach of the organizations.
Way to avoid the question. No, I'm just kidding.
I would honestly probably be more surprised if Bill Belichick was the head coach of the Patriots. Not because I think he's more or less deserving of being moved on from, but I think Bill Belichick has a much larger responsibility for why the Patriots are the way they are. The Chargers have been decimated with injuries on both sides of the ball. Mike Williams got hurt. This offensive line has had a litany of injuries throughout the season. This defense as well has had a good litany of injuries. And so, the Chargers are bad and they've lost a lot of close games. And that is largely due to Brendan Staley. But the Patriots have serious organizational questions because of the hands of Bill Belichick and what he's done in this rebuild through the draft and signing players and things. So I actually will go with Bill Belichick.
So I did carry on your point with the injuries of the Chargers. Mike Williams out with ACL injury. Josh Palmer's been on IR since week 9. Quentin Johnson also just got hurt definitely banged up in last week's game. Austin Eckler has been in and out of lineup just with injuries as well. And Justin Herbert is still thrown for over 2,800 yards, and I believe that would put him up there as one of the top quarterback, just passing stats in the league. I'm pretty sure top 5 overall. Team offense-wise, passing-wise, they're 10th, but I think that they've taken a lot of sacks, which is going to affect that number. But I agree with you. And even going just back to the Patriots here as well, particularly with the receiving core, I thought it was odd. Don't get me wrong, Juju Smith-Schuster was good with Kansas City, but I think any receiver in that offensive system can look good. I mean, Justin Watson has scored a couple touchdowns now for Kansas City. Do you think teams are going and looking at like Justin Watson being like, oh, he could be our number one guy, like how the Patriots were, but they go.
To be fair, Juju
Smith-Schuster
did have a knee injury that he's been dealing with, and apparently is like slowly starting to get better. But I see your point.
But they paid Juju Smith-Schuster the same amount of money that Jacoby Myers. I'm pretty sure that took.
Yeah, it was literally the same thing.
And I would take
3 years, $33 million.
Well over Juju Smith-Schuster. And I would have said that even coming into the season. That's something that we talked about, which we thought was odd. But in general, though, I agree. Just the overall talent on the Patriots it is just lacking. And then when Judon and Christian Gonzalez went out, the two best players, you just kind of knew the season was shot. Interesting, though, on the other side, though, Chargers have almost an opposite problem as well, is they have a lot of talent. Like, you go look at this roster. They have a lot of good talent. When healthy, offensive line looks great. When healthy, receiving core looks great. And even then, too, now they've been banged up with some injuries, still are able to put up some good yardage against the Ravens. But defensively also as well, good talent on this defensive team. And yet, man, they just cannot win these games. They just can't close out these games. And it's just funny. It's just the exact opposite problem. Like, Brandon Staley has all this talent, and yet he can't
get it done.
And so that's why I almost lean towards Brandon Staley personally, where I'd be more attracted if he's the Chargers coach next year, just because we've seen time and time again poor coaching decisions that cost them. I totally forgot that even in 2021, his timeout in the Week 17 game against the Raiders cost them the game because the Raiders were just going to kill the clock. Because if they tied, both teams make the playoffs. But for some reason, he called a timeout. Coaching decisions like that. But then he still has one of the worst defenses in the league. They have improved a lot in the run game, but in the passing game, they're up there. They've given up the second most passing yards so far. And luckily, though, they're going up against one of the worst passing offenses in the league, in the Patriots. So
I think that's an understatement.
Well, no, I say one of the worst, though, because, I mean, let's objectively talk about it. You're telling me that even though they lost to the Giants, but the Giants in general passing offense is better than the Patriots. I mean, I would say they're both comparably F-.
I would, especially like right now, Tommy DeVito is playing quarterback better than both Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi.
And so I say that, though, and I forgot that they got Darren Waller, and Jalen Hyatt also has been on that team as well.
Jalen Hyatt as a rookie is probably better than any wide receivers that the Patriots have. Ironically, the only other receiver that I could even consider making that argument for would be Demario Douglas, who is also a rookie. Like the Patriots have a complete lack of talent. At least the Giants. Isaiah Hodgins is an NFL caliber receiver. Even like you go look at the Panthers, Adam Thielen, DJ Chark. The Browns also have one of the worst passing offenses in the league, but that's because of the quarterback carousel they've had this year.
Jets also included in there. That's some good points. That's some really good points. Because like with the Jets, you can point to, and the Giants, like poor quarterback play and horrible offensive lines, but they still have good receivers. Panthers, I think, maybe good young quarterback, just veteran receivers. But with the Patriots, though, poor quarterback, poor offensive line, no receivers. And so I see your point. You're right on that.
So, and also too, Mac Jones led the league in pass attempts through the first 5 weeks. And that is going to lead to inflated yards numbers. But that was just because they're playing from behind just about every single week. So it's just this Patriots team is really bad. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen in the coming months and kind of what direction the Crafts decide to go in. As well for both organizations. Realistically, I think there could be a talk between these two owners and potentially moving Bill Belichick to the Chargers. So
just trading coaches.
No. Brandon Staley would get fired and then Belichick would get traded. I mean, shit, I would do a second round pick for that. Get another top 50 pick for Bill Belichick. And then everyone gets to kind of save face and be like,
And then Josh McDaniels goes over to New England.
No, I want Ben Johnson or
I know. I'm too
Slovic from Houston.
Yeah. So,
anyways,
let's move on to the predictions though now for the game between the Chargers and New England. But before we do that, if you have not already up to this point, if you're still with us, thank you. And like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified whenever we create new content. Ryan and I, we have one final goal for the year in the month of December, and that is to get to 2,333 subscribers. That number is very obscure, but that number is important just because if we hit that number, that means we would have added 2,000 subscribers to our channel and to our community of like just NFL like-minded fans. So be sure to subscribe, help us reach your goal, but also ring that bell to get notified when we create new content. And Ryan, I want to throw it over to you here. I think everybody, if you're still with us, probably knows who we're both going to pick.
Oh, yeah.
So who's going to lose this game? I'm going to say the fans.
Yeah, definitely. For me, the Chargers are coming out ahead. Even with all of the mistakes that Brendan Staley will have this team make, I still don't think it will matter. This Patriots team sucks, and I think especially after last week, they are so demoralized and like like they're so done with the season. I think they've been that way, and then maybe there was a little bit of hope coming out of the bye week that they could maybe turn it around a little bit, and it was just right back to the same thing. But it would not be unlike the Chargers to come into New England and lose a game like this. So,
absolutely, yeah. No, I agree. I'm going with the Chargers as well. That was the thing. It's just you only put up 7 points, and now the Giants' defense has improved. Actually, isn't.
Well, that was without Dexter Lawrence too.
Yeah, that's a good point. But just once again, though, just Mac Jones for multiple interceptions getting benched. I almost just wonder if it's like they're just putting in Mac Jones just to start, just to see, so that they get behind, so they can like keep shoring up their draft picks. But I don't entirely know what the plan is, like why you're still sticking with him. Why not just bring in Bailey Zappi? But in general, I agree with you. I say it again.
It's just scary. I think Mac Jones is better than Bailey Zappi, which is a scary thought.
Yeah, but if you're trying to win games, insanity is just repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So I agree with you, though. It's like I think Mac Jones is better than Bailey Zappi, but I just think everybody's demoralized. I think if there was a transfer portal for the NFL, I think every Patriots player would be in it at the end of the season.
Oh, 100%.
So, but we go with the Chargers as well. No, it won't be interesting. It could be interesting.
It'll be close.
It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll definitely be close. It'll be interesting to see how how Staley just push the Chargers in the best position to succeed.
So I do say that it'll be close. I do think the Chargers could blow this game open if they come in and just use all those weapons. Well, granted, a lot of them are hurt, but still, Herbert's so good, and this Patriots pass rush is not good at all. So I think Herbert could just sit back there and dice them up. Yeah. So we're both going with the Chargers here. Let's go ahead and wrap up this video. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Help Tyler and I reach that goal of getting into 2,333 subscribers. Go ahead, leave a comment down below on who you think is going to win this matchup. So go ahead and just write the Los Angeles Chargers down in the comment section. And other than that, we'll see you guys next time.